In van life, I think what we look for in a vehicle is a house on wheels. And what we should be actually looking for is a vehicle that we can turn into a home. Now, this camper that I'm living in and have been doing for some time now is like a miniature house on wheels. It's got everything that a house has got, and it's designed for touring around and living in and having a holiday. And because of that, it could also be used for full time living, which is what I've been doing. And it's been absolutely wonderful and the best thing I've ever done in my life, probably, because it gave me security and safety. It had all the things I was used to having except space. That was the only thing I had to give up on. And I was quite happy because everything in it is functional. I'm not cramped. I have full height headroom, I should say, in it. And so it's been absolutely perfect. But after a while, you realize that there's a lot of areas here that I don't need. I don't need hot and cold running water. I don't need a separate boxed in shower space because that's actually taking up a huge amount of space. And the the great big fridge that it's got in it, I don't use it because living full time, it's not practical for the power, either battery or gas, the options I've got, um, to be run full time, 24/7 for such a big fridge that I don't need. So there's a huge, there's about a quarter of the space in this camper. It's not utilised at all by me. So that brings me to my new project, which is my lovely Toyota Hiace van, which I want as a vehicle to be my home. And I will tell you more about the progress on that. I still haven't got it back, but I'll mention that at the end of the video. But what I want to concentrate on is explaining to you why I want to focus on just creating a home. So I've got to get past this idea of a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom. I don't want to do that. I want to try and focus on creating comfortable environments for me to carry out my everyday functions, which is sleep, cooking, and looking after my body and keeping it clean. With the new van, I don't want to put anything permanent in it straight away. What I want to do is live in it for a period of time where I know what works and what doesn't. Because I've watched a great deal of videos in about the last 4 years. I think I've watched every Bob Wells video that there is. I follow Lulu's Way, which she's got some incredibly great ideas for a tiny camper, and many others I follow. And I have to respect their experience, and what they are saying is something that's not um, generally seen on a lot of other videos, and that is that you'll see the Instagrammable, that's the word, vans, and they're all laid out very similar, often for couples. And for me, they're just not practical. They look lovely, and for those that want to do a build like that, good luck to them. That's what suits them. But for me, I want some sort of platform for a bed. That's all it needs to be. It needs to be a structure that will support my weight and hold the mattress and not fly around the van. So whether that be a platform made of wood or a camp stretcher or some other, pipe fittings bolted together, screwed together, bolted to the floor, whatever it needs to be, that's what will be until I am happy with the width, the size, the length. Um, that will take time, and only by living it out will I know for sure what will work. Now, this van that I've bought has windows all around it. Now, that will restrict me as far as building in furniture or having anything that's too high, because I I really do enjoy. I've been driving it, and I realised straight away that I really love having the ability to, when I'm driving, look out the windows behind me to give me a better view of the traffic and anyone that's overtaking me or obstructions, whatever. It's still a vehicle, and I think it's important to me to keep it functioning safely so that I can drive safely and see all around me. I know that there's cameras. I have a camera in this one, but we had a cyclone and it filled up with water, so that's not reliable. And there's blind spots, you just can't see. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, is that I discovered that for safety reasons, I don't want to cover up the windows. And also, I just love the light coming in. I think in the winter, to have the sun streaming in, no matter where I'm parked, will be an advantage, because in this vehicle, it's got lots of windows and I really do appreciate them. They're just so nice when you, even if it's a rainy day. I think to be enclosed in a box, that would give me claustrophobia. So, those are important aspects I have to work around, is those windows. I can't cover them up. I'll have curtains, yes, and some sort of covers for them to keep the warmth in and the sun out when I need to in the summer. So that's that part of it. Now the cooking, I found, is a problem in this vehicle, because you invariably there's spillages, splatters, and I want to be able to come up with a plan so that I can cook and it's protecting the areas around it. I'm not quite sure how yet, but I will, because I know that it's a lovely idea to cook outside on a lovely evening, but honestly, here we've got sandflies, which are probably like the Scottish midges. They're relentless and nail bite. No, not nail biters, ankle biters. Nail biters. Anyway, yeah, and it's raining or it's blowing, and it's just not nice. It's much nicer camping and cooking inside. Camping. I worry about myself. So yes, the toilet and the shower arrangements will be modified so that I can still have them there for my use when I need them, but I'm not going to have a designated room which will only be used during those times. And likewise, a fridge. I'm looking at different fridges. I only need something very tiny. Whether I'll go Lulu's way, which is she has a small freezer that she runs, and she freezes ice blocks or blocks of ice and puts them in a cooler. So that's an option that I may look at, or otherwise I might just have a small 12-volt fridge. So you can see where I'm going. I'm just trying to keep it very simple, and it'll be experimental. Nothing's going to be fixed, so that if anything doesn't work, I can change it. And then eventually I'll build it in where I want to, and I may end up covering some windows, like behind the driver's seat and that door there. I might not use the door so much, so I might block that off. There's lots of options, but I don't want anything written in stone. I want to be as flexible as I can and have this build a pleasure to do and a pleasure to live in. It's the shortest day here today in New Zealand, so it's winter solstice, and it'll be interesting camping out in it or living in it when it's winter time, because for me I found that the winters are the hardest here, because although we're a subtropical region, so our winters are very mild, it still gets cold, and my old bones feel the cold, so I don't want to be feeling uncomfortable. So I will want to keep warm, and it'll be interesting to see whether having all that glass is a disadvantage or an advantage. Anyway, if you've got this far, thank you, bless your heart. Um, yes, the new van is still in the garage because I do trust them. They've always been very good for me, and I've said to them, look, I've already got a vehicle. I'm not in a rush So just fit in the repairs when you can between jobs, and that takes that pressure off them. And I wanted them to carry out the work that was listed on the pre-sale quote, and also to give it a full service. It was overdue for one, and so I want them to make it like it's had a birthday. So it'll be in top form when I get it back. So hopefully in my next video, I'll have the van back and I'll be able to walk through and talk to you and show you some of the things I'm planning, and you'll get a better idea because I'll be sitting in the van and you can see it, what I'm talking about. But I just wanted an update here to let you know how things are progressing and what my plans are. So thank you so much for staying this long with me, and I really do honestly appreciate you. And if you do want to follow me and not miss any videos, I think subscriptions and likes are fine, but the important one is the bell notification. I think if you're not getting them, I've discovered this for some of the channels I follow, that I have to make sure that YouTube is sending all of the videos, not just random ones. So you have to check the all notifications. So if you want to follow me along, please do that. And until next week, I hope you have a wonderful week and you're all taking care of yourselves. So until next time, bye for now.